Welcome back to another vlog. It is so good to see you. I hope that you are doing well. We have some catching up to do, don't we? I was not here last week, if you happen to notice. So throughout the video, I'm just going to chit chat. I'm going to share with you some things that have been going on and why I wasn't here last week. So I'll get you caught up on that. But I did want to go ahead and open up a video here. Little Arthur, my 3.5-month-old, I know, I'm telling you, he's growing like weed. He is currently taking his first nap, so we gotta try to get some things done. But also, Rhonda, you asked what kind of bassinet that we have been using, so I want to be sure to answer that question. So I'm going to turn the camera around here in just a minute and I'm going to show that to you. But also, while I am thinking of it, Steph, you asked about highlights in my hair. Well, I get a partial highlight about every 4 to 6 months in my hair, and it's definitely time to get that done. The only reason why I can get away with going so long in between colorings is because my hair is a level 7 naturally, which is more on the blonde side, like a sandy blonde, so I can extend it a little bit further. But I'm actually about to highlight my own hair. I haven't done it in a long time. I used to do it all the time. I've already got the stuff from Sally's. I went and got it last week. So if I think about it, or if I'm able to, then maybe I will share with you how I highlight my hair at home. But I wanted to show you the sheets. Excuse me. This is one of the reasons why that I haven't been here, is because I'm almost embarrassed to admit to you that we have been sick again. Not just a little bit sick, but a lot of bit sick. I'm having a hard time getting well and staying well, but I have been making changes to my diet and vitamins and all the things, been exercising, but I'm going to try to get back in with the rheumatologist and see if we can't get my immune system built back up. So I'm not so sick all the time. It's been crazy, but these are the little sheets that I ordered to go into the bassinet. These are all super cute. I love all of the different prints. I'm definitely one of those beige moms, I guess you would say, with all the neutral things, but I do love like a fun little print, like the little arrows and stuff like that. And the one that's in there right now is stripes, which I'm going to show that to you. But these are the sheets that I have, and I will tell you, in your bassinet, for me personally, I would say that you need at least 3 sets of sheets, if not 4. That seems to be a really good number for us. For instance, the other night, he spit up twice. He was having reflux that night. So I changed all of his clothes and I changed his sheet 2 times, okay? Then, I think it was the very next night, he peed through his diaper because we have been trying out a different kind of diaper and they're just they're just not good, okay? He pees through them. So he peed through them, so then I had to change his sheets again. And so then I had one sheet left for him, and that gave me the opportunity to do laundry that day. But 4 just seems to be like a really good number when it comes to the amount of sheets that you're going to need for your bassinet. The other thing, if you see me spraying something, this is not pumpkin scent. This is just a container that I had picked up from the Dollar Tree. And what I have in here is peppermint oil, which is, I don't know, it's not harsh to breathe in. It's one of the healthier ones. I mix it with some water. So peppermint oil is a natural bug repellent. And I have a fear of a bug getting into his bed or into our bed. I once read an article about how many spiders or bugs crawl into your ears, nose, and stuff while you're sleeping in your lifetime. Kind of freaks you out a little bit. But anyways, the peppermint oil, I spray it all around, you know, the rugs, the room, and the bassinet. I spray it on the bed and stuff like that because I pray that, you know, it will keep bugs away. Also, orange is a really good bug repellent as well, and I have just ordered some of that. It's sitting in here. I don't have a container to mix it up, so I need to get a container specifically for that, but I spray this every single day. And then our Mom Cozy, our sound machine, we do put it on red every night for infrared red light. They say that that is supposed to be better for the baby. It's a little creepy in the middle of the night, to be honest, when you walk into the room and it's red, or when he looks at you with these big eyes in the middle of the night with this red light, you know, and he's just staring at you. But anyways, red is where it's at. But I will tell you, for a sound machine, because that's what this is, it just lights up, it's just a sound machine. He is okay with the noise. You know, there's one sound in particular, this one, the lullaby. It seems to, you know, calm him down and help him to go to sleep. But I will tell you, personally, I wouldn't invest in a super expensive one of these. You can find these so inexpensively, and it's going to do the exact same job. Now, if you're very techie and you need things to be connected to your phone and so you can track it and operate it from there, then go ahead and upgrade, get the expensive hatch. I think it's like $80 or $100 or something like that. But this Mom Cozy one right here, it has worked just fine. This is somewhere in the middle. I think this is like maybe 40 or something. I don't know. I will link it in Amazon because that's where I bought it from. Just in case you are looking for one, because I know a lot of y'all are having grandbabies and babies, so I'm excited for you. But anyways, I'm not an expert or a know-it-all, but this is just our experience and some of the things that we have used so far, and I do get asked, so I do want to share that with you. But anyways, you can find one cheaper than this. It's not like top of the priority. I think all of them is going to do pretty much the same job. But anyways, let me turn the camera around. Let me show you the bassinet briefly, and then let's move on to the kitchen and get some things done for the day. Look who's awake! Look who's awake! Yay! Did you have a good nap? You had a good nap, honey. Yeah! Okay, we're gonna go quick because I've just changed his diaper and he's going to be needing to eat. But Rhonda, we do the Baby Delight bassinet. There are like, I think 4 different models of the Baby Delight bassinet. This one is the most high-end one, and I will tell you that I have really enjoyed it. Now, I don't have anything to compare it to. I know that some bassinets, now they do have wheels on them, so take that into consideration if you're going to be, you know, rolling it around. Maybe wheels is something that would be important to you. This, bless you, baby. Bless you. But this, now it adjusts to different heights. And this right here, it has a bar in it and it comes up like this. So if you use it during the middle of the day in a different room or something, then you don't have to worry about him coming out of it. But I like that it's just mesh around the sides. I like the color of it. I think there is a beige one also that you can choose from. The little mattress here, just everything about it, it feels really safe. Now, it does rock, and I know that people, they were talking about that, thinking that it was like a flaw with the bassinet, but the thing of it is it's actually intended to do that so you can rock the baby by hand to sleep. So anyways, we've been very happy with it. It just comes right up here next to my side of the bed. And it does have straps that you can strap up underneath your mattress here. I don't use those because during the day I push it back and, you know, there's just no need for me to be able to use those at this point. But this has just worked really good. I really like him sleeping right here beside me. And yeah, I mean, we've been very pleased with this. I would definitely recommend it. And then also, we've got the air purifier here. I put that directly by his bassinet, you know, so he can breathe good air in the middle of the night. But yeah, so Baby Delight is what it is. Again, I will link it down in the description box below so you can check it out for yourself. So David picked these tiger lilies for me, and they're several days old now. So these blooms, they're falling off because they're dead. I need to pick those out. But what's really amazing about these is at nighttime, they will close up. All of these buds, they close up and they go to sleep. But then in the morning, when the sun comes out, all of a sudden they bloom out and they have these big, beautiful blooms on them. It's just crazy, you know, with flowers being living, breathing organisms, you know, and that they sleep and that they rise with the sun. I don't know. I think they're really incredible to watch, but I'm sure they're not going to last me but a few more days. But I love all of the wildflowers that David picks and brings to me, and they've just been so much fun. Yay, we just had a package delivered. So we got some Little Rascals diapers in size 3, by the way. Can you believe it? We're moving on up. And then also I got him a bathtub. Yeah, anyways, I need one where I can bathe him on the sink instead of in the bathtub, because I only bathe him in the bathtub when David is here, and I think this way I can bathe him by myself when he's not here. So let's move these things inside and let's get busy. Okay, well, let's get busy. Let's start this full day of homemaking. Let's get the blinds open, get some sunshine coming in so we can get motivated. First of all, I am going to wash up and sanitize his little bottles. I do this every single morning. We do have glass ones, and then we also have plastic ones, but these are the brushes that I use to clean his bottles. I will link them for you. They are by Dr. Brown's, and we also use the Dr. Brown soap, and a little bit of that goes a very long way. There are, you know, several little parts that you need to clean on your bottles, and I will tell you that if you do go with the Dr. Brown's bottles, that centerpiece, but you guys probably already know this, you're more experienced than I am, but that centerpiece, you know, it has a slot in the middle, and that's why you definitely have to get that little blue tool that goes in between, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to get up in the little crevices to make sure that, you know, there's no residual milk that's going to stay in there right here. See, just like that. And then on the top as well, so it won't stay in there and cause mold and make your baby sick, because that's the very last thing that you want to do. So I don't use anything fancy here. I have like this galvanized bucket. I've got it from Hobby Lobby on clearance for like $2 or $3 years ago, and I never used it for anything, but it's actually for plants. But it just ends up working out perfect here, and I didn't have to spend any money on anything. And then as far as the sanitizing part, you can do that on the stove, but I just have this microwavable one, and I make sure that I wipe it down real good every single time, and then I'll wash it every other time just to make sure that, you know, it stays clean and it doesn't grow any mold. For me personally, maybe I'm too much of a control freak, but I have to be able to see all of the mechanisms and whatever is going to be cleaning his things. For example, when I worked at the doctor's office, we had a Keurig and it had something wrong with it, so we took it apart to try to figure out what was going on. And all of those parts that you couldn't see, they were so molded and so disgusting. So several years ago, I was doing a decluttering video and somebody asked me why I was getting rid of the Keurig that we had been gifted because it was brand new in the box. And that's why we still use an old school coffee pot, because I can see every single part of that and I can clean it and there are no hidden surprises. So that's why I don't have any kind of like fancy bottle cleaning and sanitizing mechanism like the Baby Brezza or Dr. Brown's or anything like that, because I'm just preferring to be a little bit more hands-on, you know, and that way I can see everything and I know for a fact that it's being clean. And there's nothing wrong with using anything like that, and especially if you have multiple kids. I mean, never say never that, you know, maybe that's something that I'll have to do in the future, but for now, you know, this microwavable, steamable one, or doing it on the stove occasionally, that is working well for us.
What you're putting in, all your hopes and efforts are all in vain. Who will pick you up when you've lost everything? Does it all become for granted with a wedding ring?
kitchen was just feeling like it needed a reset. Like the blinds were dusty, the windows were dirty. It just felt, ugh, it just seemed like it just needed to be refreshed. So that's what I am trying to work toward today. I would really like to know what you use for a dish drainer because I cannot stand cleaning this thing once a week and using a scrub brush on it, and then every so often I throw it away and I get another one. But I need something. I cannot just not have something here. So what do you use to put your dishes in? I know a lot of people probably use a dishwasher. Maybe I'm going to get in the habit of using the dishwasher here or giving it another chance since our water gets super hot here. But as of right now, I don't use the dishwasher. I hand wash everything. So this is essential for me. So I do have to give it a good scrub every now and then. But I have been keeping up the house since having a baby, and maybe to the extent where maybe I hurt myself. But at the same time, like there's nobody else that's going to be doing this. There's nobody else that can help me, nobody else that can wash the baby. There's no village. So it's me, So I have worked really hard to, keep the house at bay as far as keeping up with the laundry and clean sheets, keeping everything picked up, just surface level things. But now I think I'm to the point where I'm going to start to be able to deep clean a little bit more. But I mean, Arthur is still sleeping only about 2 to 4 hours at night. So I am up. I haven't had like a full night's rest in quite some time now. And uh-oh, he's having a nightmare. You hear him? And I think that's also contributing to being sick. But hopefully we're on the mend and I'm doing things to, build up my immune system, like I said, and to hopefully get better. But another thing that has been going on is our family dog, Sandy, which she's almost 14 years old. Now, if you're an animal lover, you're going to understand this, but if you're not going to understand it. But I mean, we've had her since she was 6 weeks old. I mean, just a itty bitty baby. And, she is a very special part of our family. Well, anyways, she's had a big knot come up on her stomach, and so we've been having the conversation about what's next and not suffering and all of the things. But as of today, she is going to a different veterinarian's office. We're going to get a second opinion and then go from there. But I mean, that really is devastating. If you know, you know. And so we're hoping, hey, maybe it's just an infection and she's got a swollen spot, and that she's going to have many more years. She's a healer. And healers, they live, they're known to live for a very long time. So hopefully she's got several more years because, David's dad, David's mom passed away a year ago. And so this dog has been so much and kept him company and just been with him. And so it's going to be a very devastating blow when that time comes. That's all that I know. So we've been dealing with that. And then the other thing is mother found out that she has an aneurysm on her heart, and she will be going to the doctor tomorrow to find out more about that. But it's a very serious thing. The surgery is very intense, and she just doesn't think that that's something that she would be able to do. Just like having to wake up and be on a ventilator. She doesn't think that that's something that she would be able to do. So I don't know what the future is going to hold there. But, we've just had different things going on behind the scenes. And then, I'm busy. I'm really, really busy with having a baby. I don't know how people make videos and, do all of the things with so many children because, how does he get, Arthur gets all of my love. He gets all of my attention, and I want to make sure that I am making the most of this time and just completely soaking it up because I know that it's going to go by really quickly. But I don't know. I'm in bliss right now. I'm really tired, but I'm also in bliss when I look at his little face and I think, is this real? Do I really get to love him? Has God really been this gracious and this good to me? Is this really my life? I'm living out my dreams. This simple life, it's everything that I have ever wanted. A husband and a son now. I mean, I couldn't be any happier. So, anyways, I'm working on my health. I'm working on getting myself in order so I can manage my house better and, be the best mom that I could possibly be. But let's just focus on cleaning for a little bit. So if you need some cleaning motivation to hit those areas that you've been avoiding, well, here it is. Get up and clean with me. Let's play a little bit of music and let's just see what all we can get done today.
Caught in every moment. I see the sun on your face. Hopeful eyes keep them glowing. Yeah, I love you more than words could say. There's nothing you could do to stop my heart for you. Just keep your head up high. Yeah, hold your head up high. I know sometimes there are things you don't understand. Broken roads, faded dreams. Been trying to find your way again. I'm seeing your tears. I'm hearing your cries, but know that I'll never leave your side, even in the change. I won't walk away. I promise I'll stay. Yeah, I promise I'll stay. If you could see what I see, the lonely nights overcome. Yeah, you'd be proud, yeah, believe me. You'd be proud. Child, you've already won. Yeah, there's nothing you could do to keep my heart from you. Just keep your head up high. Hold your head up high. I know sometimes there are things you don't understand. Broken roads, faded dreams. Been trying to find your way again. I'm seeing your tears, I'm hearing your cries, but know that I'll never leave your side, even in the change. I won't walk away. No, I promise I'll stay. Promise I'll stay. Yeah, I'll never leave, you know. I'll never leave, you know that I'll never leave your side. I'll never leave, you know. I'll never leave, you know that I'll never leave your side. No, I'll never leave, you know that I'll never leave, I'll never leave your side. I'll never leave, you know that I'll never leave, you know I'll never leave your side. I know sometimes there are things you don't understand. Broken roads, faded dreams. Been trying to find your way again. I'm seeing your tears, I'm hearing your cries, but know that I'll never leave your side, even in the change. They might walk away, but I promise I'll stay.
need someone to save me. No, and don't come running and blame me. From miles away, I can tell that something's off. The way you look and how you pause when you talk, I think I said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are in your car. Let me see who you are, who you really are. Yeah. Don't need you here to say you're sorry. 'Cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it slow, don't be gentle. No, I just gotta know. If you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Ooh, ooh, Let's be honest for a second. Yeah, you're being over your head, babe. 'Cause there is no one other than me that can make you feel the way you feel when I hold you. I think I said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are in your car. Let me see who you are, who you really are. Yeah, don't need you here to say you're sorry. 'Cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it slow, don't be gentle. No, I just gotta know. If you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Ooh, ooh, just do it. Don't need you here to say you're sorry. 'Cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it slow, don't be gentle. No, I just gotta know. If you're gonna leave me, then just do it.
Ooh, yeah. Like a sunrise horizon, always there, always shining, building me up with the song it's singing, filling my heart like I'm flying. You're always warm, always hold me, the biggest part of my story. Healing my soul, help me feel completion, bringing my here to my glory. Yeah. It keeps pulling me back. It keeps pulling me back to you. It keeps pulling me back. Yeah. It keeps pulling me back to you. It keeps pulling me back. Yeah. It keeps pulling me back to you. It keeps pulling me back. It keeps pulling me back to you. Yeah. It keeps pulling me back to you. Yeah. It's never proud, never leaving. It won't ignore when I'm singing. Can't let go even when I'm wandering. It won't give up on my journey. It won't forget any promise, but won't remember my failure. And never shaming, won't wanna hurt me, won't never fail me. It keeps pulling me back. It keeps pulling me back to you. It keeps pulling me back. It keeps pulling me back to you. It keeps pulling me back. It keeps pulling me back to you. It keeps pulling me back. sunrise horizon. You're always there, always shining, building me up with the song it's singing.
Don't tire out just yet. We're so close to being done, and it's gonna feel so amazing to have the floors clean. Okay, all cleaned up for now. We definitely need to go back and decorate the shelves, wipe those down. I need to wipe the cabinets down. While my battery was charging, I did wipe the refrigerator down and move the stuff that was on the front of it. I need to clean out the pantry, wipe it down, give the fridge a really good deep clean because I did that like 2 weeks ago, but it's time to do it again. But for now, we're gonna say this is good until it is time to cook supper again. So it's just about time to cook supper. It's 4 o'clock now. I typically start cooking around like 5 or 5:30, something like that. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a Mexican lasagna tonight. I've made that several times before and David really likes it. I'm not really in the mood for it though, so I may change my mind and make a meatloaf or something. I don't know, we'll see. I probably Mexican lasagna because it's a casserole dish, which is my favorite. It makes everything easier, clean up and all of that. So I'm going to feed little Arthur. In between all of this, by the way, I am changing diapers. I am having playtime. I sat down in the rocker and rocked him and he laughed and thought it was just absolutely hilarious. So there's a lot going on that I'm not just showing you. And I actually went out, I swept the front porch, the rug, and I mopped the dining room and the rest of the house and picked some things up there as well. But anyways, getting stuff done and it feels good. I am so sore where I've been exercising, but what do you do with sore muscles? You continue to work them and use them. But anyways, I'm so sore. I need a nice hot bath at some point tonight once I get him to sleep. And then also I put the new bathtub in the sink to see how that was going to work, and I think that's going to be great. I should have had that all along, just because putting him in the bathtub upstairs or holding him in the shower, he gets so slippery with soap on him and it's scary. So I would much prefer to have him right up here in front of me. So I'm excited about the new bathtub. But anyways, let me get busy. I'm gonna feed and snuggle little Arthur, get off my feet for a minute, and then we'll cook some supper. Bounce, 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 bounce. He loves this bouncer, by the way. It's Ingenuity, and I'm telling you, it could have been more perfect. This thing, it bounces on its own, but yeah, you love your seat, don't you, buddy? You sit here while Mama cook, we hang out, okay? Okay, so change of plans. I found this recipe when I was scrolling on Facebook. It's called an Easy Hobo Casserole. It looks really good. So the things that we need, beef, which I've got that on the stove, an onion, garlic. I'll get the minced garlic out of the fridge. Potatoes, carrots, green beans, cream of mushroom, milk, Italian seasoning, and a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. So It cooks for 45 minutes on 375, so I'm gonna go ahead and prepare. Bless you, baby. I'm gonna go ahead and prepare it, and let's get it in the oven and let's try something new, shall we? Also, David is bringing my car around because he is about to vacuum that out for me. He washed the outside a few days ago, and now he's gonna clean the inside for me. So with this recipe, the first thing you do is just brown up your ground beef. You can use turkey or chicken. It says about 3 medium sized potatoes. I did not have russet potatoes. We had yellow, so I just used 4 of these since they were on the smaller size. I guess you would say, is this a medium onion? I would actually call this a small onion. And then I had some carrots left over from a previous recipe, the last recipe that I showed you. So I needed to use those up as well. So this is the way that I drain my grease. I just have this, pour it in there, catches all of my grease. You just add your onion and your garlic in with your meat mixture and just cook that up, and then you're going to dump it into a bowl. And we just dump everything into a bowl and mix it up before we put it into the casserole dish. But I will tell you, I did not have just straight up cream and mushroom soup. I had the chicken and mushroom soup, so that is what we used. And then the green beans that we're using, these are some that we I'm going to say these are about 4 years old at this point. I didn't put a date on them, but hey, we always just do the sniff test. You sniff it, it smells good, you use it, and if it doesn't smell good, then you throw it out and you move on to something else. But these smell just fine, so that's what we used. And you know what? I just recently seen a video saying that you are not supposed to shave the outer part of the carrot off because that is where you get a majority of your nutrients. Okay, I didn't know this. I have always shaved my carrots, but apparently the texture on the outside of the carrots is just because air has hit it, but you still do, of course, want to wash them. But on this recipe, it also does say to chop up your vegetables small, so, you know, they'll cook a little bit faster, which I'm sure you know that. But anyways, I just cut them up pretty small into little bite-sized pieces. And, you know, I was really not hopeful about this recipe. I didn't think it was going to be that good. But I will go ahead and spoiler alert you, it was really good. Now, I didn't think it was like amazing. I'm going to give it probably like a 7 out of 10 or something like that. But David just kept raving about this recipe. And, you know, that's not often because he's a really picky eater. But he just kept going on about, hey, you got to put this in our regular rotation. That meal was delicious. You know, he thought it had a flavor of like a beef stew as well. Now, I also did not use the Italian seasoning because I don't personally care much for Italian seasoning. So I have the soul food seasoning here that I thought might taste good in it. So you can add whatever seasonings, you know, that you want to it. But that's what I did with some salt and pepper. And yeah, that's all that I did as far as flavor. But we're going to get this in here and I will show you the end result. hasn't been here in a week. My little buddy. So in the evenings, I've been getting him out in his new little red wagon and rolling him up and down the road, and we make it like a family walk time. It's fun, but while the food is going, because we've got 45 minutes, and then we take it out, take the aluminum foil off, and then cover it in cheese and put it back in for 15 minutes. We're gonna see if it's good, because usually anything that has like cream of mushroom soup or cream of chicken soup or something like that, usually I steer away from it because I'm not gonna like it. So fingers crossed, we'll see. We shall see. Okay, here is what it looks like. It just come out of the oven and it is super bubbly, so we will give it a try and see. And there's also leftover baked beans and a little bit of macaroni that somebody can eat with their meal as well, so we'll see. And for dessert, these are Snicker dates. I made these last night, and what's crazy about these is I was in the bed, I was feeding Arthur, I was getting him ready for night-night, and David came in and he said, you know those dates that you made, they taste just like a Snickers. And he had no idea that that was the whole idea of these. So I used white chocolate instead of milk chocolate because that's all that I had. And he said they still taste like a Snickers. So anyways, I will leave the recipe for these down in the description bar. They're basically peanut butter, peanuts, sea salt, chocolate, and a date. And that's it. So that's what is for dessert. And then depending on if we like this, I'll let you know here in just a minute. I will leave this recipe down in the description for you as well. Okay, it's time to try out the new bathtub and see how we like it. These are the things that I'm going to be using. That Frida baby right there, it's a water dispenser. It's like a spout to try to keep it from pouring in his face and getting into his ears. I could not get the bathtub to sit properly on top of the sink, which it wasn't really a big deal. I just put it over here on the countertop, and that's where I gave him a bath. I will tell you that this little ducky right here is a must-have. I have been using it in the bathtub upstairs when I've been bathing him, but obviously it's lighting up red. It's letting you know, hey, it's a little bit too hot. So while this is cooling down a little bit, I'm just going to put the lid on top of this. This needs to cool down before it goes into the refrigerator. Let's just go ahead and give everything a wipe down and wash up the few little dishes that I have left, because once I get this done, I am going to feed him, and then I'm ready to call it a night because I am pretty pooped at this point. I didn't exercise on this day. I did give myself a break just because I was going to be moving around and, you know, doing so much cleaning and stuff. So I'll have to pick it up the very next day, and hopefully my muscles won't be as sore, because just bending, squatting, walking, doing any of that, I'm telling you, I am tore up right now. I'm so tired. But anyways, his little bath went well, and I love this bathtub because it transitions from being a newborn baby. It has that insert, which I will save it for the future or whatever, but it also bathes 3 to 6 and all the way up until 2 years old. It gives you the instructions on it, but it worked out well. He didn't slip or slide around in it, and I felt totally comfortable bathing him in this, and he enjoyed his little bath. And usually when he gets a bath, he sleeps so good. So that's what I was hoping for on this night. Excuse me, is that he would be able to get a really good night's rest and let mama rest as well. ending the video where we started the video, so how different do I look after a full day? But anyways, I'm pooped. I've even done a load of laundry because he spit up on his bouncer, so anyways, just part of it. But David kept bragging about how good that supper was. He said he wants it on rotation. He really liked it a whole bunch. But anyways, hopefully little Arthur, he's going to sleep really well after his bath, and got him all lotioned up and got his little nightie on. He'll drink some milk here in a little bit, but in the meantime, I'm going to wash my face. I'm going to put my night clothes on. I am going to get out my Bible, and if I can read just a couple verses, then we're going to count that as good. I'm going to really start to focus on meditation because I don't have a lot of time to devote to reading and studying. So if I could just pick out a little something and then just meditate on it over and over and over, that's what meditation is until it gets embedded in you. So anyways, I love you. Thank you for hanging out with us. You keep fighting that good fight of faith, and the Lord willing, I will see you again very soon.